The thing I love about 90 days is you can get a ton done in 90 days. It's not too long of a plan so that you get kind of diffused and you don't have a sense of urgency. And it's not too short so that you get overwhelmed and just give up. 90 days is a good chunk of time to get some stuff done. And I'll give you an example of that. In October of last year, I had a conversation with Jeff Hoops, the CEO of Swinnerton. And I was interviewing him for a project that I was developing. And at the end of our interview, Jeff mentioned to me, hey, Eric, you should do a podcast on these subjects that you're exploring. And it's interesting because I'd been thinking about doing a podcast for quite a long time, and it just kind of gave me that nudge. And so I put together a very simple 90-day plan to get my podcast launched. Now, again, we had this conversation in October, and by the end of January, which was approximately 90 days, my podcast was up and running. And as a solopreneur, that wasn't necessarily an easy lift for me, but it was something that was doable. And as I concentrated on it, I was able to not only get the back end of the podcast built up, I was able to secure a number of interviews and then launch it strongly at the end of January. So my point in telling you this story is that a 90-day plan is an excellent window to get some really good stuff done. And that's why you should be able to use that with your direct reports on a consistent basis. It keeps them moving forward. It keeps them focused on incremental improvement. And it puts within them this idea of what I call patient impatience. So you have to be patient in terms of the progress that you're making, but you have to be impatient in the sense of always being on the front foot, always moving forward, always taking action today.